Welcome to Couples Parlour. We are here to bring you the struggles, love, romance, joy, pain, patience, ego, cheating, lies, secrets, and many other related stories of romantic relationships. Join us as we explore the many different kinds and facets of relationships, the joys and struggles that come with them. I am Kelvin. On this video I will be narrating how Richard had been betrayed by his best friend and the woman he loved, how it had left him feeling broken and alone. But then he met Sarah. His past still haunted him, and he was afraid that it would impact his future relationship negatively. This is the story of how Richard was able to deal with life after betrayal. Richard had been friends with Matthew since they were kids. They had been through thick and thin together and were like brothers. So when Richard started dating Precious, Matthew was the first person he told. Matthew was happy for Richard, and the two of them would often double date with Precious and Matthew's girlfriend. Everything seemed perfect and the four of them were inseparable. But then one day, Richard noticed that something was off between Matthew and Precious. He noticed that they were spending a lot of time together, and he started to get suspicious and confronted Matthew about it. Matthew denied anything was going on. Richard was still suspicious, but he decided to trust his friend and let it go. Little did he know, Matthew and Precious had been secretly seeing each other behind his back. One day, Richard came home unexpectedly to find Matthew and Precious in bed together. He was devastated and heartbroken. He had been betrayed by his best friend and the woman he loved. Matthew and Precious eventually got married and had children. Richard was left alone and devastated. He had lost his best friend and the love of his life. He was never able to forgive Matthew for what he had done, and had trust issues afterwards. Richard was left feeling betrayed and heartbroken. He had trusted Matthew and believed in their friendship, but Matthew had betrayed him in the worst way. Richard was angry and hurt. What made it even worse was that Matthew never seemed to show any remorse for what he had done. He never apologized or tried to make amends. He moved on with his life and acted like nothing had happened. This made Richard question if Matthew had ever been a true friend to him or if he had just been playing him all along. He had trusted Matthew and believed in their friendship, but Matthew had betrayed him in the worst way. This experience had a profound effect on Richard, and he was never able to trust anyone the same way again. He became guarded and suspicious of everyone, especially women. He was afraid of getting hurt again, and he was determined not to let anyone get close to him. Richard had been betrayed by the two people he trusted the most, and it had left him feeling broken and alone. He was never able to trust anyone the same way again, and it changed the way he viewed relationships and friendships. The betrayal of a best friend can have a long-lasting effect on a person. It can cause them to become guarded and suspicious of everyone, especially those they are closest to. It can cause them to become cynical and mistrustful of others, and it can lead to feelings of hurt, anger, isolation, and loneliness. It can make a person feel like they are all alone in this world, which can lead to depression and anxiety, and becomes difficult for a person to form meaningful relationships with others. Richard became extremely paranoid and cautious, and was determined not to let anyone hurt him like that again. But then one day, he met a girl named Sarah. She was patient and understanding. They started dating, and soon they were deep in love. He was finally able to let go of the pain and hurt from the past, and he was able to open his heart to love again. Richard and Sarah eventually got married and had children. He was fully able to move on from the betrayal of his best friend and was able to find love, trust, and happiness again. Richard decided to fully open up and told Sarah about his past. He told her about how he had been betrayed by his best friend and the woman he loved, and how it had left him feeling broken and alone for a long time before he met her. At first, Sarah was shocked and hurt. She felt angry that he had kept this from her. She was afraid that his past might still impact their relationship negatively, because she believed Richard had never fully trusted her, even though they have been together for a while now and have children together. Then she realized that it wasn't his fault. He had been betrayed and hurt, and he had done nothing wrong. She was able to forgive him and understands why he had kept it from her, and helped him to open up fully. They were able to move past it, and their relationship was stronger than ever. If you are going through a similar situation as Richard, it is important to remember that you are not alone. It can be difficult to process the betrayal and hurt, but it is important to remember that it is not your fault. Take time to process your emotions and to grieve the loss of the relationship, and reach out for support from friends and family. Also remember that it is possible to find love and happiness again. It may take time, but it is possible to move on and to trust and love again. It is important to be patient and understanding with yourself and to take things one day at a time. Please feel free to leave a comment, share the video, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you can stay up to date with more relationship stories like this one. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.